Trying to burn fat from your belly, love handles, or thighs feels impossible, right? You do planks, crunches, or maybe even wrap yourself in one of those slimming belts, but your stomach looks exactly the same. That's because you've been lied to. Spot reduction, the idea that you can melt fat from one specific area, is a complete myth. If it worked, we'd all be walking around with six-packs just from laughing at bad fitness advice. At this point, half the fitness industry might as well rebrand from trainers to magicians because they're selling you illusions. But don't worry, burning stubborn fat is possible. You just need to understand how fat loss actually works, what slows it down, and how to make progress without quitting too soon. So let's break it down. Your body doesn't burn fat in one place at a time, it burns fat everywhere at once. Think of it like draining a swimming pool. You don't get to choose which corner of the pool goes down first. The water level drops evenly, just slower in some spots. That's exactly how your body works. When you're in a calorie deficit, fat cells all over your body shrink. But where you lose first and where you lose last is determined by genetics. Some people lose from their face first, others notice their arms or chest shrinking. But the stubborn areas, the belly, the thighs, the hips, those are the body's favorite storage spots, and they're the last to go. For men, it's usually the stomach and love handles. For women, it's usually the hips, thighs, and butt. And of course, face and neck fat, which no one is safe from. Ever gain just a few pounds and suddenly your cheeks puffed up? Yeah, that's genetics too. The truth is, you can't trick your body into pulling fat from only your stomach, no matter how many crunches or detox teas you buy. Here's the real trap. People start dieting or exercising, but when their problem area doesn't shrink immediately, they assume it's not working. They step on the scale, see small changes, but their stomach looks the same. They quit too early, usually right before their body would have started pulling from that stubborn fat. It's like digging for treasure, stopping a foot before the chest, and walking away saying, "There's nothing here." Fat loss is simple biology. The stubborn fat will come off, but only after the easier fat has burned away. That's why patience is everything. The only way to lose stubborn fat is to lose overall fat. That means a calorie deficit, burning more calories than you eat. There are two ways to get there. Eat less food or burn more energy. Most people do a mix of both. But here's the twist. A deficit doesn't have to mean starving yourself. You can eat plenty, but you need to eat smarter. More protein, more whole foods, fewer empty calories. And yes, you're still allowed to eat pizza sometimes. The difference is portion and frequency, not perfection. Since you can't spot reduce fat, the best move is to build muscle in your stubborn areas. Why? Because when the fat does come off, those muscles make the area look tighter and more defined. Belly fat? Train abs, not to burn fat there, but to build a strong core under it. Thick thighs? Train legs. Build muscle so when fat reduces, they look toned, not skinny soft. Puffy face? Sorry, no face workouts, unless you count chewing gum aggressively, which won't do much. But everywhere else, build muscle underneath, and when fat drops, your body looks way better. There are also common traps that kill progress. This scale obsession, checking weight daily and freaking out if it goes up 1 pound. Fat loss isn't linear. Water, carbs, hormones, all of them affect the scale. What matters is the trend, not the day-to-day. Quitting cardio. Some people say cardio kills your gains. Relax. Smart cardio, walking, cycling, even dancing, helps you burn calories without hurting your strength. Overtraining abs, doing 200 crunches a day won't flatten your stomach. Abs are built in the gym, but revealed in the kitchen. And falling for shortcuts. Belly wraps, detox teas, and fat burner pills. They'll only burn a hole in your wallet. A 2015 study showed that most people quit fat loss programs within 8 weeks. Even the real visible results usually take 12 to 16 weeks. That means most people stop right before they would have actually noticed change in their stubborn spots. It's like planting seeds and digging them up every day asking, "Why aren't you a tree yet?" If you stay consistent with a deficit in training for 3 to 6 months, your stubborn areas will shrink. The problem isn't biology, it's patience. So what actually works? A calorie deficit, track your food or at least be mindful, strength training 3 to 4 times per week, especially compound moves, cardio 2 to 3 times per week, even walking counts.
protein and sleep, which are underrated fat loss weapons. That's it. Simple, not easy. And here's the good news. Once you've lost the fat, maintaining it is way easier than getting there. It's like pushing a heavy cart uphill. Tough at first, but once you're over the peak, rolling down feels effortless. The real takeaway is this. You can burn stubborn belly fat. You just can't cheat the process. The fat you hate most will be the last to go. But if you stick with the plan, it has no choice but to disappear. So stop asking, how do I lose fat from here? The answer is, lose fat everywhere, stay consistent, and trust your body to eventually let go of the stubborn spots. Don't be the person who quits right before results show up. Be the person who stays long enough to see it through. Because at the end of the day, fat loss is simple, but it's not easy. And that's why most people never get there. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who's been struggling with belly fat. Until then, stay patient, stay consistent, and remember, your stubborn fat days are numbered.